Hey everybody, time for another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. So, alright guys, I'm out of excuses. Tomorrow, for real, I'm going to drive this car. And I've mentioned before, it makes me super nervous driving a brand new car, especially one this nice, but it's got to happen. So, I am officially out of excuses. Today I put on its beautiful Firestone bi-ply tires. It's correct and original to this car. Wheels, hubcaps that we painted. So it's got its own shoes on now. Filled the transmission up with transmission oil. Pretty much out of excuses. I got the car running pretty nice, at least idling and revving and stuff. I think that was actually last week, maybe early this week. I think I'm out of excuses now, so it's gonna have to happen. So yeah, sorry guys for those of you that are waiting patiently to hear my report and maybe get a in-car video of this thing buzzing down the street tomorrow. I don't see any reason it won't happen, and it needs to, because again, we are hoping to get this car to its owners, the family, the original family that bought this car back in, I think it was actually the end of 63 when they bought it. This is an early 64. Anyhow, yeah, so I think tomorrow is the day. But yeah, just those wheels, those hubcaps, I just cannot get enough of this car. Look at that. So, yep, I think tomorrow's the day. But anyway, yeah, as far as what I did today, pretty much put on the wheels and tires. Well, first off, took them, got them mounted, and then put them on the car, put oil in the transmission. That's pretty much it, except had one of the painters that we use painted the deck lid spring, which I don't know, for some reason we didn't seem to have one for this car. Not sure why. So we bought a new one and it got painted. And then the knobs for the pop outs, we painted those. I found the closest color that I could to this kind of like grayish tan, like you see right there. And on the door window winders and stuff, it's kind of a weird color. It's hard to find anything quite that color. It's like tan, but with a little blue and a little gray in it. Super freaking weird, but awesome color. Anyhow, so yeah, painted those in the closest color I could find, and then they've got automotive grade clear coat on, which makes them very durable. So those things happened today. Since I'm standing here next to Jacob's car, let's talk about his car. So he was in for a couple hours today, and he put on the front engine compartment seal, so that one. So let him experience the joys of doing that. And those of you that have been following me for a while know that I like to harp on the fact that like every minute that you spend straightening out the channel that thing goes in, you save several minutes, if not 5, when it comes time to put that thing in. If that channel is straight and open the appropriate amount, you can get this seal in like a minute or two. It might have taken Jacob a little bit longer than that because it was his first time, but I did have him spend lots of time up front straightening out that channel. So those of you that are not familiar with that, it's got kind of a C shape to it, and then that piece of rubber, and then likewise the ones that run around here have kind of like a T shape where they come like that, and then there's like a T that fits inside the C. Anyway, so yeah, anytime that you spend massaging that channel is time well spent, because it'll make your life a lot better when you go to put the actual seals in. We were going to put in this seal too, but we had a mix up with our supplier and he sent us the wrong one. So, and then he was supposed to bring the right one, but I don't know what happened to him. He didn't show up. So Jacob will be back on Monday. He's off tomorrow. So so Monday we'll have him put in the rear engine compartment seal, and then do any last minute trimming of primarily this tin here, the breastplate. Just again, because 36 horsepower motors are much smaller than 1600 base motors. This tin usually needs a pretty serious amount of trimming to get it to fit in the engine compartment. So yeah, we'll finish that, and then these tins should go off to powder coating probably like Tuesday next week. And so that's what he did, other than he did start restoring some more fuel pumps for us, kind of have him doing that a little bit here and there. So that's him. And let's see what else I did today. So today again, I'm trying to get back to focusing on, or at least not totally focusing on, but at least spreading some love here to this beautiful double cab here. So I spent probably like half the day today on this bus, and let's see what I did here. So yeah, I feel bad. I've been kind of neglecting this bus, but I'm back on it now. So I'm gonna try and make up for some lost time. So today, its front turn indicators went on. They look amazing. And also I started assembling the fresh air system. So you can see there's this control rod here that goes in and out that hooks up to there's basically like a door here that when you switch the switch on the dash, or the lever, it basically opens up this little flap which lets air come in through here. You can control the two sides independently. Actually, here, I'll show you guys what this is. So here is the other side of those rods. So one here, so passenger side obviously, and then driver's side here. So the driver's side one you control with this lever here. You can see that rod going in and out, which would in turn open that flap up on the front of the car. And then the control for the passenger side is right next to the one for the driver's side, but it runs along this rod and then opens the thing on this side. So it's kind of cool, actually. No pun intended. So yeah, passenger side and driver's side. So there's those. So yeah, slowly but surely getting those in. Those flaps that go on the front, I'm waiting to get the seals for those. And so once I get those, then I can actually assemble all that stuff on the front of the bus. I already got the, there's basically like a screen that goes here, and then there's a bezel that goes around it, and then on the very outside is a painted grill that looks like that. So yeah, that stuff will all be going on pretty soon. I checked with the owner today, and he does want a nose badge on here. So there's supposed to be a VW badge about there, kind of like on earlier buses, a little bit smaller. But for whatever reason, his paint and body guy did a beautiful job of filling in the holes. So I'm going to have to use another bay window of similar year that one of our neighbor shops has, and create a template, and then very carefully put holes in the nose of this bus. Unlike earlier buses, you can't really access the mounting point for that on this side because it's all full of ventilation system. There's literally no way to get at the back side of the nose to find, for example, find where the original holes were. There's just no way to do it. It's all behind all this stuff, which is all welded in. It's part of the nose. So yeah, again, I'll take my time. I'll make a template off an existing bay window of the same year, and then we're gonna have to pop holes in the front of this thing. So eek. But anyway, it's gonna look amazing when it's done. So there you go. So I did that, and let's see. I started preparing to put the gas tank in, kind of getting all my ducts lined up here. There's the actual tank ventilation here. And then the fuel pump has its own ventilation, so just ran lines and teed those together. And then probably what I'll do is I'll go up a little bit and then down, so it doesn't just like siphon gas off or spill out every time he accelerates when he's got a full tank. So we'll go ahead and kind of run up as high as we can and then down from there. For some reason, his metalwork guy, and I don't have a flashlight, so it's going to be hard to show, but there should be a hole about right here somewhere, big rectangular hole where the outlet of the tank, which let's see, right right there. See toward the front there, that little bolt looking thing sticking down. So I'm not using that outlet because, again, I've got an in-tank fuel pump here, which has its own outlet and a return line because it's fuel injection. But that thing is capped off, but it still sticks down. And so I don't know why his metalwork guy welded that closed, but I'm going to have to go and put a new hole in there just purely so that thing has a place to stick down. So not a big deal. I'll just mark it very carefully and then cut it with a hole saw that's, you know, a little bit bigger than the actual plug that's in there. But yeah, just little things like that. You know, the guys that actually do the assembly, sometimes we're the ones who have to, you know, fix things that the metalwork guy did or whoever did. And, you know, I'm sure he had good intentions of welding that closed. It looks super clean from underneath there, but dude, I can't put the gas tank in. So whatever. Anyway, not a big deal, but just one of those things that we run into here. Well-intentioned metalwork guys closing holes that we actually need. Anyway, so that is pretty much it for today, guys. So I will see you again tomorrow, and I should have a report on driving this thing and maybe some video of it too. I should also mention let me start that over. What I should do is I should also thank my viewers. I just got a notification earlier that I have surpassed 2,000 subscribers. So thank you to everyone who subscribes to our channel. It helps us out. And thanks for everyone who, you know, replies to our content and, you know, good, bad, or indifferent. We appreciate all the input and comments and stuff like that. So thank you guys, and we'll try and keep the content coming here. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you soon.